Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad. On this wonderful Saturday, this is what I'm doing. I'm cutting some rawhide. Yeah, these things. But it's a great day here in Cleveland. We are like 37 degrees. We're having a heat wave. The snow is slightly melting. It's a great day. I'm doing laundry. Laundry. I'm doing laundry and I'm doing the dishes, and I'm cutting these little strips of rawhide for Charity while she is waiting patiently and whining. So, but yeah, I'm doing that, and it's a good day. Right? It is. It's a good day. I'll tell you who didn't have a good day. That's right, you guessed it. Those Americans that were trapped in Afghanistan, left there by Trader Joe and his malicious slash incompetent regime. At least we forget that 13 servicemen and women died at Abbey Gate in Kabul, Afghanistan, along with 200 other poor souls, and 300 plus people lost arms and legs and limbs, things that don't grow back. Every day, never forget. And never forget whose fault this is. But there was hope. There is hope. My warming is on. I stick them in the oven after I soak them and cut them, and then they warm. Anyway, there was hope. There is hope. There was hope. These guys are still in country working. And that is Task Force Argo, Task Force Fireball, Project Access, Project Dynamo, Christian Coalition, Mighty Oak Foundation, just a review. Meanwhile, I had a opportunity, which I have to say was very hard to watch, of the footage of Tyree Nichols and the beating he incurred from the Scorpion unit of the Memphis finest Leos. Well, I've got to say that those Leos were the most unprofessional, idiotic thugs I ever met in my life. I do have a background, somewhat, in whatever Leo, but if you count being a CO and a Marine and all that stuff, bouncer, there's certain ways that you deal with folks, and there's a point. We call it adrenal dump, that you can freak people out so much that they will not listen to you. At that point, it is fight or flight, and so knowing that. A lot of people know that. A lot of folks that deal with people, rowdy people, and trying to get them to do something. We know this. There's certain ways and certain things that you can do without escalating to the point where I was watching these guys. They're really big guys too, really big fucking cops. Just out of desperation, out of anger, beating this guy and getting out of breath and spraying each other with pepper spray. It was horrible, stupid. It was very, very stupid. And we see what happened. So it should have Mr. Nichols. I don't think he. I don't know. I don't want to weigh on it. It's terrible, and there was some protests throughout the country, L.A., but it was supposed to be something going on here in Cleveland. I don't know. I doubt it. Who knows? There's still time, but it is a very unfortunate circumstance, and of course, all those guys plus two fire. They refused him treatment. He was kicked in the face. He was punched in the face repeatedly. By that time, he was non-compliant because he had a concussion. And I've had a few concussions. You're not thinking. There's no, you don't know what you've checked out. And he was definitely checked out at that time. It's very sad. So they refused him treatment for like 20 minutes. Bumbling idiots, man. Bumbling idiots in the Leos, and definitely more training is involved. But I understand if you look into the the history of the Scorpion unit. They're like the snatch and grab boys of the Memphis streets, and so they conduct themselves in a little different way than your regular average traffic cop, beat on the street kind of guy. It was a special unit, but if you ask me, they were especially stupid to the point where they killed a man, a kid, really. It's pretty sad when the guy's getting beat to death and calls for his mom. Now, Nichols, he died 3 days later. That's how TBIs work. It's bleeding of the brain and all the damage, and then things just start shutting down. So anyway, very, very sad moment, I think. But I think cooler heads should prevail. These Leos, these incompetent ones, they're getting justice. They're being charged with all kinds of things, especially murder. They will not have a good time for the rest of their lives. Just saying. They will not fare well in prison. So, just I don't know what my I know my demographics doesn't reach out to the rest of the world and whatnot, what have you. But I pray, I implore you to let cooler heads prevail. To understand that yes, outrage is warranted, but not in a violent manner. Violence begets violence, and so. If you're thinking about going out and protesting, stay home. Just stay home. If you're going out there and thinking you're going to Sicario an innocent police officer, stay home. And that's another subject matter for a different time. Is that here in America, our Leos are actually really cool. They really do provide a service, even though that there is a lot of corruption, there is a lot of intimidation and power and control. I mean, nobody likes to be bullied, right? And so sometimes they seem like bullies. But if you look at the rest of the world, I'd say our Leos are pretty good shits. Just saying, for the most part. So I'm gonna leave it here. Make a video about making some little treats for my puppy for charity. So this has been Matt Shad. Every day, never forget.